Hello and welcome to Therapy Express with Rosanna. Thanks so much for watching today. This is Bits and Pieces of My Life, Lesson 8. Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, and that is that our lives can change in an instant, and we cannot take anything for granted. Just a few weeks, we were living normal lives, going to the store, seeing our loved ones, and just getting through life in the best way we could. And almost overnight, our lives have been turned upside down. So I have a personal experience that just happened to me, and this coronavirus has taught me that we are all interconnected. It's something that I already knew, but now it's really hitting home. So my mom fell last week and we had to take her to the ER. And from there, she was transferred to a nursing home facility. So last Thursday, I went to visit her. My dad couldn't go because he's on dialysis and he was very, very tired. So I went by myself. When I got there, I got the shock of my life when they told me, today is it. At 5 o'clock, we are closing down the facility and you can no longer come to visit your relatives. I was devastated. I just started tearing and I had to go sign papers in case something happened to her, that they could take responsibility. And it was all very, very sad. I had to call my dad from there and say, do you want my mom to have, do not resuscitate? I mean, it was just a very sad event. And so now this whole thing is becoming very real. It is hit home. It's not something that I'm watching on the news, people panicking. So now I left there. My husband came to visit her. My son came to visit her, and we said our goodbyes, and I had to try to really explain to her we're not coming back. And she's very confused, so it was very tough. And she's saying, you're not going to come visit me? And I said, no, we can't right now because of the virus. So it was a very heart-wrenching day for me. So we left, and now I had to tell my dad, you can't go back. And the whole thing just evolved from there. So we're dealing with that right now, and the sadness that we can't see my mom, and my dad, who's 90, can't see her either. And they're very bonded, and now they're going through this horrible thing that's happening in our world, and they're not together. Hi guys, I am back, and this is an update to the first part of the video. As you know, things are changing day by day. We actually don't know what's going to happen from moment to moment. So since the first part of the video was filmed last week, there have been more things that have happened. And because everything is so unpredictable right now. I told you about my mom and her being in the facility and us not being able to see her. But because we don't know what's going to happen, are we going to be shut down? Are we not going to be able to see her for weeks? We decided it would be the best thing to bring her home because she was actually deteriorating at the facility. Just her mental state was so depressed because she was away from her family. So we decided, we made a move to bring her home. And today, the good news is that they brought her home in a wheelchair. We actually had to call the fire department to be able to get her in the house and into the bed. But that's where she is right now, safe and sound with my dad again. And so we are very happy about that. I do want to say some more things about just what's happening. Times are unprecedented right now, and there is sort of an emotional contagion going on. People are scared and acting out of fear. People are anxious, and if we already suffer from some anxiety, this kind of time makes it even worse. we don't want to get sick, and we may already have people who are sick too. And that's why I wanted to talk about not taking things for granted, because our lives have been turned upside down. We can't just have the freedom now to be able to go outside and buy what we want when we want it. They may have it, they may not have it. If we're older, we're not allowed to go outside and go to the places with a lot of people, even just go anywhere at all, because of the fear that they can get sick. So our freedoms have been limited, and they have been limited for our own protection. So we understand that, but think about all the things that we've taken for granted in the past. We can just get up and go. We can meet our friends at a restaurant. We don't have to worry if we see someone, if they're sick. Should I stand close to them? Should I not stand close to them? Now, those are all things that we have to take into consideration. Does that person have the coronavirus? And am I at risk? So things that we take for granted, just getting your hair cut. My hairstylist called me and said, we're shutting down for more than a week. Other people, my violin teacher, and you may have just been shut down from your eye appointment or your doctor's appointment. Maybe you had a surgery scheduled and now you can't have it scheduled because it's not an emergency. So I think this is a good time for us to band together and connect with people that you love, even if it's through Skype or through the phone or through just, typing emails, texting, whatever you can do, because we are tribal beings. We like to be with people. We're social animals, and this puts a kink in the whole system of our social lives. So we don't want to do that. We want to stay connected, and there are many ways, thanks to social media and the phones and everything else. There's a lot of things that we can do to stay connected with others and be safe at the same time. But when we come out of this, and we will, I know that, we are going to come out stronger if we can put aside our anger and our fear of what could happen. Just deal with the moment and keep asking yourself, what's happening right now? What can I do right now? And if you keep coming back to that question, you're going to see that that's what you deal with at the moment. And don't project onto the future that, what if I get it? What if my lungs get sick? What if I can't breathe? What if my family gets it? Don't go there yet. Just stay present, and that's going to calm you down. And take the precautions like they're saying: wash your hands, stay away from people 6 feet, don't gather more than 10 people. Just take all those precautions, and hopefully you're going to be fine, and we're going to get past this. But let's come out of it stronger and use this time to bond. Get together with your family if they're close, or stay home and play games, talk to each other, and that's going to bring you closer and give you something to do while we are supposed to be in sort of isolation. Okay? I hope this helps, and remember to keep in mind that everything passes, no matter how bad it seems at the time. And remember not to take anything for granted now or in the future when this is over, because things can change in the blink of an eye. So we know that now. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe, share it with friends, turn on your notifications, and look for me next week. Until then, make every moment count. Bye.